We haven't heard a lot from congressional leaders, Republicans in particular. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, for instance, has not put out any kind of a statement in response to the president's comments earlier today. We have seen some movement among former elected officials. Governor Ridge, for example, out of Pennsylvania, calling the president's comments absolutely shameful. Pennsylvania, all eyes are on it. One thing I do think was interesting, I was just texting with a source tonight while I was waiting to go on, talking to business groups and saying that the Biden campaign and advisors are actually asking, they feel that there's going to be a call that's going to be imminent, and they're asking their statements to include that this is a legitimate democratic process. So the Biden campaign is looking for businesses, trade associations, and those folks who would likely put out a statement in support of the election being done to legitimize this, to make sure that there's other people, not just them, who are pushing back against the president and his false claims that there is election fraud happening.
And did you say there's been discussion about a call being imminent? You broke up just a little bit there on the Zoom.
Sorry, yes, the technology problem. I'm hearing that the people close to the Biden campaign are reaching out to insiders downtown in Washington, that they do believe there will be a call that's imminent. I don't know. I don't have any, kind of timeline for when that might be, but they are saying, all these business groups put out statements when the election is over. And so in the preparation for that, they're asking for, they wanted to say a legitimate democratic process as a way to back up the fact that this election has been fair, that it's been accurate, and to push back against the president.
It's just an unbelievable set of circumstances when, as the vote is coming down, that's the predicament we're in as a nation. And it makes you wonder, if that sort of thing were to happen, if these trends that we're witnessing continue, what would happen after that? I mean, you're describing a president who is becoming more and more isolated and more without supporters around him. The vice president wasn't with him tonight. Lindsey Graham, who's been by his side, was not there. There's a pattern developing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you see a lot of concern among Republicans privately about if Joe Biden does win, right? We don't know that that's going to happen yet, but it's certainly trending that way. The president would have to really kind of have a turnaround in several of the states, Pennsylvania, Nevada. Clearly, Arizona is trending his way, but there's a lot of room he would need to make up. And so I think there's nervousness about if he does lose, if Joe Biden does win, how is he going to exit?
Yeah.
And is it going to be graciously, or is it going to be more of what we heard tonight, which were a lot of false claims?
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.